So in terms of what you're planning to do next, have you got anything in the pipeline for what you want to do this year?
I think this year is just a year of releasing a lot of poems,
Okay.
a lot of spoken word, and because I still feel like the momentum I have now has only probably been just 4 or 5 months of pushing stuff hard.
Okay.
And I feel like if I can at least get another year of sharing a lot of my stuff out, from there, I mean, who knows? I haven't identified specifically what I want to do, but sharing my poetry, and hopefully when COVID restrictions are lifted, I can perform at venues and with people, with an audience. So that's my goal, just sharing as much stuff.
Cool. Are you ever thinking about doing like collaborative stuff with other arts and stuff? Have you done any of that sort of stuff before?
Have I? No, I don't. I've had a few people ask me, and I've had a few local rappers from the ends ask me to do stuff with them. Nothing's really material. You know what's funny? I was trying to say this word today. I struggled. Materialized.
There you go. Got it.
The wordsmith. But yeah, those things can happen, and I'm open to working with other artists. Definitely.
Following on from that, like, have you with the youth work, have you got like some of the younger guys like get into the spoken word thing and trying to like teach them or like show them the ropes of it?
You know what? That's something I'd love to do, but I've always not wanted to come across like I'm forcing the young people to do something that they might not want to. I mean, they know I do poetry. They listen to my poetry. A lot of them are more into kind of rapping or MCing. So we give out we give the platform for that, kind of hire out studio, giving them opportunities to spit bars. But yeah, in terms of me teaching, I haven't had the opportunity to do so yet. But again, if a young person just shows interest in that, I'm more than willing to share my experience, my knowledge with them.
Awesome.
I am over the start of lockdown, and for like maybe like 6 or 8 months, I volunteered at the Booth Centre.
Okay.
And which
is that a homeless charity?
Yeah. It's like Cheetham Hill kind of way, and yeah. So as part of that, it was just like activity things going on, and just like helping out homeless people. That was my first experience reading out poetry. Cause I was helping out to do. I wasn't supposed to be doing it. I was just supposed to be like, like making coffees and stuff. But one of the guys was struggling with it, so I like sat down and helped out. I ended up like getting put on the spot to like getting filmed doing my like
nice.
like 8 lines of spoken word.
Nice.
And it's hard. Like you make it look easy, but it is petrifying.
Yo, that process is hard, yo. Sometimes I sat down and I have an idea of what I want, and I'm just like, how am I gonna explain this? And a lot of the times when I put it to bed, when I leave it and I come back to it, that's when the inspiration comes. Or a lot of the time, I find myself jogging and I'll have a light bulb moment, or in the shower. Strangely enough, I know that's an old cliche saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can be difficult, and then for me, memorizing the lyrics as well.
Yeah, what I was going to ask you, like, how do you remember like all these words? And stuff?
Repetition deepens the impression, so I'll just be repeating. You might, if people see me on my everyday kind of activity, I'm just talking to myself, and that's me reciting lyrics, just talking to myself. People was like, "What are you doing? Are you crazy?" I'm like, "No, I'm just talking to myself, just reciting lyrics." And yeah, also kind of structuring poems in a way where each kind of end of a paragraph or a section, that is a hook into the next part. So a lot of the time I'm just remembering the hooks, and it's just a bunch of hooks going into the next part.
I was going to ask as well, like in terms of like the rhythms and stuff, how set is that stuff, or do you flex with it?
Yeah, I like to flex with it.
Right.
I like to flex. So there might be kind of, standard, but sometimes I might just go off and just go off. So I've just go off. Just one of those. Sometimes you want to stick to a beat or a pattern, but sometimes you just go off. Just
cool. And do you ever do stuff like just like off the cuff, like it just
freestyle
comes to your head, like
Yeah, quite often. Quite
Okay,
often there
right.
might just be a lyric that comes on, and then I'm running with that lyric. So like today, I was looking in the mirror and I thought, shit, my bed don't connect. I'm like, I'm 30, my bed don't connect, and then that streamed into a piece about masculinity. About
right.
the idea, the man has a big beard, full of testosterone, which is kind of like the chemical which allows hair to grow. And I thought, okay, I know I'm a man, so maybe I can try and deconstruct kind of myths about masculinity,
Right.
and maybe create a perception of a man doesn't have to be all these things, but he's still a man, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that was proper random.
Just from looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, man.
Yeah,
that's amazing that your mind works like that. That's really cool, man.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast to catch up on new episodes every week. Also, check us out on our Facebook and Instagram at RecRooms, where you can find out about our other exciting music series. We also have this and all our other episodes of the podcast up on our RecRooms YouTube channel for your viewing pleasure. See you next time.